It's that time of the week. I'm going to finish this video, and I'm going to post it, and then
I'm making waffles.
The love you take is equal to the love you make.
Once again, it was a pretty boring week. As Rob said, the weekend was pretty lazy, laid back. I really didn't do anything. I went running on Saturday and Sunday, and I think those are the only 2 times I left Bailey Hall. So yeah, I pretty much just hung out and did homework, and that's pretty much been my week. I was up really late Wednesday night because my lab report for physics, we got bad data, so then we spent 2 hours trying to figure out how to make our data better, and then we spent another hour trying to cover up our tracks and make sure all our numbers agreed with the data that we made up. So that took a while, and I was just exhausted. So when I went to physics discussion the next day, I just didn't want to do physics. So yesterday, Thursday, I just kind of sat in discussion and went, I don't know. And my group got mad because apparently none of them know how to do physics. I don't know, but apparently without me they're just lost. That's pretty depressing that they can't handle it without me. The one cool thing that happened this week was that I got to be in a virtual reality experiment. Basically what happened is I hooked up electrodes here, and then I put a ground on my abs so they could like check my heartbeat and everything, and then they put things on my hands so they could see if I was sweating, and they put like sensors on my shins, and then I had a sensor on my right hand, and they made me stand in this little box, and there was like this walkway lined with tape on the floor, and I had to walk like 20 feet on this walkway, reach onto this chair that was in real life with my right hand, grab a cube that wasn't in real life, only in the virtual thing on my helmet goggles, then walk back, like walk out across this bridge, drop the cube onto a number, and then go back. And I had to do that 3 times. The first time was exact the room that I was in. It was like perfectly simulated. It looked awesome. The second time they like dropped the floor like 10 feet, so I'm on this bridge just walking, and I was a little scared, I'm not gonna lie. It was pretty terrifying how realistic it was. Then the third time they like mirrored the room, so like the ceiling was now the floor, so it was like 10 feet, but then they did it again, so then the floor was like 30 feet down. That was scary. I don't know why, but I really felt like I was gonna fall because it was so ridiculously, it had a lot of depth. I could perceive 3 dimensions very well, and it did not look like there was a floor to the right and left of this tiny little walkway I had to stand on. It took like 15 minutes and I got a $10 Target gift card. So basically what I'm saying is the future is upon us, and it's awesome. I can't think of anything else, so let's hit these questions. So T-Neck wants to know what advice I would give to a high school senior going into college, and I would say, if you're not done filling out applications, don't sell yourself short. You can actually probably embellish it a little bit, and nobody's going to notice. So, you know, write about how great you are. If you have submitted your applications, apply for housing, apply for admission, do everything as early as possible. Don't put it off. You're going to be in trouble like me where you end up in Bailey. See this? See this? See this? This is a stupid room. This is a room that's nowhere near the main campus. And that's because I was procrastinating on my housing application, and I turned in my payment 2 days after the guarantee deadline. So, get screwed over. So, don't do that. Don't be Brandon and procrastinate on your applications. That's bad. Make sure you get everything turned in as fast as possible. Keith, what am I going to do for a job this summer? I've applied a whole bunch of places. Applied to be a teller at Wells Fargo. Applied for an internship at, I don't even remember the name of the place anymore. I applied for an internship, but they haven't called me back, so I'm going to say no on that one. But I've been applying places. I might work at FYE on the weekends, but honestly, they don't give me enough hours to make it worth my while to keep that as my only job this summer. So I really need to find a better job. I'm just not sure where it is yet. I really hope either Wells Fargo, or I might end up doing something with construction like Rob said. I'm not really sure at this point, but I do need to get cracking on that. So hopefully I get something figured out. Sorry that was a stupid answer. But yeah, really right now I'm just kind of winging it like Keith told me to. So we'll see what happens. Robs wants to know what the first concert I went to was, and although I am a little bit embarrassed to admit it, in first grade I went to a 98 Degrees concert. After that, my first concert that I went to was Modest Mouse.
Ice Age heat wave, can't complain. If the world's at large, why should I remain?
I went with Dominic Ciafalo, and I met Sarah Damjanovic. Yeah, there. That was the first time I'd ever met her, and I think that's actually still remains the only time I've actually talked to her. But that bears mentioning because she has a funny last name. So there you go, Robs. 98 Degrees in first grade, and then Modest Mouse. So hope that was exciting. Guys, I'm in the lounge right now. Look at this. There's no one doing homework. What is going on? Anyway, Luke wants to know, girl of my dreams, dream career. Girl of my dreams, can't get higher education. I'm doomed to a life of retail or fast food or some skill where I can't go to college to gain the skills I need. Or I can have my dream career, but I can't be with a woman for longer than a week. And me right now, my mindset, everything, I would go with dream career, not being with any girls longer than a week. Right now I'm okay with that. That doesn't bother me. I don't think it would bother me in the future, so that's what I'm going to go with. Alright, my question this week is, what's the most vivid dream you've had, and describe it? So I'll go first, obviously, since I'm asking. I'm going to actually go with the most recent vivid dream I've had, because I've had a lot of vivid dreams, but I'm going to go with the most recent one I had. I had this one about, what day is it? It's the 5th? I had this one about 3 weeks ago. I went to calc discussion at 8 o'clock Thursday morning, and I just met this beautiful girl. She was smart and funny, and she was great. And I decided that it would be a good idea to just skip all the rest of my classes on Thursday and just hang out with her all day. So we walked around, we went to Kaufman and ate Panda Express, and we had a great day hanging out. And then I don't remember how I fast forwarded through a whole day, but I know we spent the whole day hanging out. And then we were on the futon, that futon, and we were watching Balto. We were watching Balto, and I don't know why Balto, but we were watching Balto, and things were going really great. So I leaned in to kiss her, and she just, wait. She says, wait, and she reaches into her pocket and pulls out this sheet with like a 10 by 10 matrix and says, before we go any farther, I need you to solve this for me. And I was just so in shock, I just stared at this matrix, and I couldn't, my brain just shut down. I couldn't think of what to do, and she just said sorry and left, and then I woke up. So that's probably the most disappointing dream ever. I'm sorry, but I thought it was funny. So I want to hear about your vivid dreams, maybe the most recent vivid dream. I think that'd be a good idea. So the most recent vivid dream you've had, what is it? And yeah, mine's still let down. So I guess that's it for this week. So I'll catch you later.